Park Wetlands was delivered by a project team of Enfield Council and Thames 21, with invaluable support from a funding team of the Rivers Trust, the Coca-Cola Foundation and the Worldwide Fund for Nature. We also had on-the-ground support from the Friends of Broomfield Park and the Pims Brookers. The team at Enfield looks to deliver projects which provide flood alleviation benefits. I'll now hand over to John Bryden from Thames 21.
The partnership has developed around marrying of skills between the organisations, including engineering, community engagement, co-design, monitoring, volunteering and education. I'll now hand over to David from the Friends.
The Friends first got involved in 2017 when we walked around the park with the project team to look at possible sites for the wetland. Strangely, when we stopped at the site of the wetlands, we said this is exactly where we had thought of creating a pond some years before. Everything fell into place. Following consultation of the revised design, the approval process was a challenge, and the planning committee at first refused permission and were then persuaded to approve it. I now hand over to Graham Campbell.
So I'll briefly describe how the project works. The wider scheme within Broomfield Park has altered the way that surface water flows through the area. Prior to the wetland being introduced, a drain conveyed surface water from a 40-hectare suburban catchment upstream of the park. Water is now diverted into the previously disconnected lakes and then diverted into the newly constructed wetlands before reconnecting to the local river 300 metres downstream. This slows down the day-to-day flow of water and brings it back into our environment. The design looked to work within parameters such as utilities and services, existing trees in the site, none of which were removed, and respecting the setting of the parkland, which is a well-used and popular park. The design looks to maximise the exposure of water entering the wetlands through naturally cleansing plants such as reeds and marginal native plants, the root systems filtering harmful pollutants. I'll now hand over to Kim from the Friends Group.
The Friends were very keen to support the development of a new habitat to contribute to clean water flows through the park. We were very impressed by the support and engagement of local people and families helping to plant and enjoying the new environment. It was good to share the experience working with other local groups such as the Pims Brookers, Friends of First Farm and our local Duke of Edinburgh scheme, and to involve local schools in educational visits. I'll pass on.
We've been monitoring the site and seen good water quality improvements. However, that we know to deliver a healthy Pims Brook and a healthy River Lee, we need dozens more of these sites. As a result of the successful delivery of this project, we're pleased to announce that Coca-Cola and the Rivers Trust have been able to award us funding to deliver at least 4 more wetlands in the catchment, and therefore hopefully help us achieve our vision of achieving a healthy River Lee. Drawing inspiration from the natural environment and children's love of play, Aecom and Northern Ireland Water designed the Rainwater garden consisting of ponds, cascades and bog gardens at Clandeboye Primary School in Northern Ireland, reducing local flood risk while creating a new outdoor learning environment for pupils. The sustainable drainage features were proposed to resolve 2 surface water management issues: an increase in stormwater volume of Clandeboye Primary School's roof and playground, which often led to neighbouring residential areas being flooded, and a limitation in the existing culvert capacity, causing sewer flooding in times of heavy rainfall. Storm flows are collected and released from an underground water tank via a valve or high-level overflow. The flows then discharge into a 38-metre long rill, which in turn discharges into 2 ponds. A bog garden also conveys flows through the substrate to both ponds. And finally, a swale gradually conveys flows to Clandeboye stream. Material excavated from the ponds was reused to create play mounds and a slide, while tree stumps were repurposed to form stepping stones and seats, ensuring no material needed to be moved off-site and lowering the scheme's carbon footprint. The first project of its kind to be completed on the Education Authority's property in Northern Ireland, Clandeboye Rainwater Garden provides a safe environment for children to play, enhances biodiversity and water quality, and successfully minimises stormwater flows, demonstrating the multiple benefits of sustainable drainage. This multifunctional scheme perfectly complements the school's learning curriculum and provides the opportunity to extend outdoor learning about water and ecosystems in a progressive way. Teachers at the school believe the opportunity for explorative outdoor play and interaction with the outdoors has led to fewer playground accidents and behavioural incidents.
The Rainwater Garden has provided us with an opportunity to extend our outdoor learning throughout the area that we have here. We're situated on 4 acres of woodland, and the Rainwater Garden has enabled us to take the children out and to give them an extra layer to what they're learning through the ecosystems within the grounds here.
Aecom inspired decision makers to learn more about the multiple benefits of sustainable drainage, and we believe this scheme will inspire other similar projects across the country.
Pockets Park project in East Greenwich were funded by Transport for London's Low Emission Neighbourhood Scheme and focus on an area that's long been notable for its poor air quality. Albrecht landscape architects worked with the Royal Borough of Greenwich Highways Department to develop proposals for 3 pocket parks. Our challenge was integrating retrofit SuDS proposals into the Victorian street grid. Opportunity here lies at the street closure points, junctions that have been closed to promote traffic calming but offer little else. Here we're going to show you briefly the particular constraints and opportunities that we found while developing these proposals. Pelton Road proposals involve 3 interlinked rain gardens. At the highest end, surface water enters from the busy A102 into a stone and soil filter bed, which naturally breaks down pollutants through aerobic processes. A perforated pipe links below ground to the other 2 much larger rain gardens that also receive cleaner water from the surrounding pavement areas. Green infrastructure replaces hard paving through much of the pocket parks, and planting is informed by the UK Rain Garden Design Guidance, featuring native plants that can tolerate a regime of flood and drought. Play on the way features at Pelton Road in the forms of hopscotch paving patterns, a balancing SuDS edge to walk along and boulders to jump from. It's important to understand the constraints of a retrofit rain garden, and this is illustrated at Hoskin Street, where a medium pressure gas main and many other services lurked beneath the ground. It also contained an air quality monitoring station, and ideas to add climbers or green walls were not welcomed by scientists. Consultation revealed concerns over loss of parking and street drinkers, so amenity in the forms of play or seating is less prominent here. It's a gateway site, a way into historic Thameside East Greenwich. Mel Street utilises a corner of housing land that sat in an uninspired state for many years, a bleak area of grass bounded by brick wall and railings. Our proposals seek to open up the space to welcome the community almost as a mini village green. The planting of the central raised beds was planned to be at a community planting day, which was delayed by the lockdown but will recommence soon. Facilities at Mel Street include seating, a green roof tool store with its own tap and a water bottle filling station. The benefits of SuDS at the Greenwich Pocket Parks are similar to any well-designed and managed SuDS development. Adding green infrastructure to increase biodiversity, reducing the reliance on surface water sewer systems and creating a community focus and amenity. The numerous small interventions as we proposed at the Pocket Parks can be repeated through countless situations within our towns and cities, and the sum of these small parts can make a significant contribution towards sustainable drainage.
The Church Commissioners for England own the 5,000 square metre water gardens, part of the Hyde Park estate in central London. They instructed an experienced team with a landscape-led design by Refolo to restore a podium deck communal courtyard, now sitting over a new underground storage facility designed by Coleman Architects. The original 1960s Philip Hicks design is an exceptional and beautiful example of brutalism. Unfortunately, the podium deck was leaking into the Undercroft car park and was in urgent need of repair. London could not afford to lose another irreplaceable brutalist site. The whole deck was stripped down to the slab level, revealing no existing waterproofing layer, so a triple layer was applied for durability. The 400 fish were transferred to a sanctuary before returning last year. We were astounded by the ingenuity of the long-forgotten urban irrigation system revealed. The planters were directly connected with the ponds. 50 years of sediment and mud had blocked this connection. Now cleared, the water level of the pond and planters match, so new trees can access a stable water table. Carefully laid gravel and substrate layers encourage efficient capillary action. Shrubs and trees now thrive in these planters. We achieved further attenuation with new semi-intensive green roofs covering the car park ventilation voids. Air quality and biodiversity have greatly improved, reducing pollution from the nearby busy Edgware Road. We also installed a stormwater harvesting system in the previously unused gap between paving and slab level. This hidden system irrigates the whole garden of 25 trees and over 30,000 shrubs, grasses, perennials and bulbs. The need for additional top-up mains irrigation will be reduced once tree roots reach the water table. Wildlife love the shallow aquatic planting which filters stormwater runoff. Stunning water features oxygenate the ponds and attenuate noise. Refolo's intricate paving design was inspired by the interaction of water and concrete, with polished banding giving the impression of water infiltrating the pavement, particularly effective at night with a new lighting design. This state-of-the-art restoration was made possible by the vital commitment to heritage and sustainability of the church commissioners. The dedicated maintenance teams ensure the garden's ecosystem receives the intricate and ecologically sound management it requires. As the awards judges said, a beautiful space creatively refurbished, uncovering forgotten water management techniques, bringing colour where so many grey spaces exist. This is quality thinking.